So when you log in with the secret login URL that I gave you, you'll get to this dashboard right here. You're going to be starting with Yoast SEO, which is this little SEO program, and I'm going to show you how all of that works in just a minute here. This is the dashboard that you'll see. You'll have lots of analytics once you get some traffic going. This was just some old stuff here, but you'll know how many visitors we had. I'm going to show you how to use that plugin first. Okay, so first let's go down here, and then I'll come back to all this. So there's something called plugins. When you go to plugins, they enhance your website. There are free plugins and there are paid plugins. Showcase IDX is a paid plugin. So here are 27 plugins here in the back end of your website. Each one does a different thing. Eventually I'll be replacing this one here, but right now it's an user way. This is an ADA compliant plugin. We need to replace it with another plugin. I'll work on getting that in the next couple weeks here to put in. It's a paid version, and I think it costs like $50. Takes me an hour to put it in. It's kind of a complicated thing. Anyway, okay, so this one here, right here, this one here blocks spam. There are a lot of spammers that spam websites, and this one blocks spam in posts. Got it all set up, ready to go. You don't have to do a thing. This one here is a cookie compliance. All websites have cookies. They store little bits of information from somebody's website on your platform. There's a cookie disclosure, and I'll show you where that is in just a minute. It's at the bottom of your website on the home page, so you can look at it there. Okay, Genesis blocks. You probably won't be using very much of that in the beginning, but we're going to leave it here as an active plugin, and then in the future, I'll show you how to use it. Hub Lite. That's the best I can do. I have the professional version. This is the free version, and what that does, I guess I'll show you why we're doing this live here. Let me see here. CarlosSellingHouses.com, most popular website in Carlos Lopez's mind. So that'll pop on right here. So what's going to happen is the Hubbub Lite is this right here. It's these sharing plugins. I have people sharing pages all over my website on their own time. And some, I'm not even sure how they've shared like 200-300 times all over the web. Using Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and other plugins as well. So this one here is the basic version. I want you to play around with it for a while. Then I'll send you, when you feel more comfortable, I'll send you a link. You can buy the paid one. I think it's $50 a year. And it kind of looks like this. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. Okay, so the professional version of the social media sharing looks like this. It gives you more avenues to share content. You can share the content, or your visitors can. So Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, email, Reddit, Tumblr, Threads, Messenger, and then there's something called Blue Sky as well. I don't think mine's active right now. But people have shared the content on this page over 2,100 times. Awesome. I want them to share as much as possible. So that's what the professional plugin looks like. I think it's like $50 a year or something like that. I want them to share it all over the place. Okay, we're back to plugins here. So that takes care of this one here. You can look at it by clicking on the settings. You won't break anything. If you do, you know somebody. Independent analytics. This is a cool tool that I put on the back end of your website. It's also on mine. And it's a great way to track visitors on the website. Sure, you can use Google Analytics. I find it complicated. They used to be really easy. Now it's a little more complicated. This one here is a breeze. So where you get independent analytics is it's right here underneath the dashboard, which is the main page. and you click on Analytics. Then it's going to give you this independent analytics section. I don't know if you're data driven or what your focus is, because I guess I should know you better than that. But the website's had 58 visitors. They viewed 212 pages. Then there's been 108 sessions. I don't know why that represents right now. People, which is probably just me and you, spending 7 minutes and 18 seconds on the website with a bounce rate of 59%. If you can get that lower, great. And they're looking at 1.96 per page views per page per session. So the more content you have, the deeper they can go deep into the website and look at more pages on the site. You can look at, so this is all pages. The red ones means they're ones I deleted. So we can look at blog posts, which we unfortunately don't have any blog posts right now. But it would show you what the top blog posts are that people have viewed. What are the top landing pages? So the top landing pages are your home page here. That one got deleted. The contact page. Then you have some 404 errors. That's going to happen regardless of how the website is created, because when you have listings, once they go expired, they become a 404 page. Well, I'm trying to get the company to change it a little bit. Can't do that right now. So I got a lot of 404s. Not going to bother you or hurt you too much in the long run. People look for Long Beach condos on the page. Here's the top landing page. Wow, so look, you're getting traffic already. Must be that great developer. Long Beach Own Your Owns. And then you just want to focus on what I like about this is right here. So when you look at it, the title of the page, the visitors, the views, how long they stay on the page, what the bounce rate is, how many people entered the page. So they could have entered from a landing page, or which would be the home page on that situation there. But down here, let's see, they may have came from the search engine, landing page. You want to just kind of figure it out and then make decisions, because if there's a high bounce rate, you'll want to click on something like this over here and figure out what the problem is. I don't have a good example until we get some traffic on your website. Property types, yeah. See, so you could open up property types by clicking on this. Here, if it had a high bounce rate, it means it went to the website and then left. You could go to the property types page, and you may not like this picture here, and you may swap this picture out and put another picture in. I guess we'll go over that a little bit today, so you know how to do that. Then these are a table with listings, and you can look at that in your own spare time there. So we're just briefly going over the plugins. Okay, so a lot of different ways to look at data and try to figure out how to make changes to make it work. There is a Pro Edition. I don't have it, but if you want to upgrade to that, I'm sure there's a link to it somewhere. Let's go back to plugins. Okay, so dashboards, how you log in. Today we're just going to look at plugins in this video here, so it doesn't last 15 hours. Then anything that says MAI. So MAI is the company who developed this WordPress theme that you're using, and with it came with all these plugins that I've added to your website. So the accordion plugin, it'd just be a drop-down accordion. Archive pages, you're not ready for that, but it's here. The My Configuration Generator, I don't know, they developed it, I just read it off. My Custom Content Areas, I don't think you really need those right now, because it's just, you know, you're building a house, you're doing step by step, so we're just going over these right now. The My Engine, galleries, that would be for multiple photos. There are some special little icons they have with the My Icon plugin. And as you sit there and use the content and you're building a page or a post, you'll really get the idea where these are located. And I'll show you in just a minute so they make sense. So these are all my plugins. And then Ninja Tables, this is a paid plugin, and I think you have, yeah. So you have you're under my license here for this Ninja Tables, and it's just a way of grouping data, kind of like we did on. I think it's on this page here. This table right here is a Ninja table. So I can put links to the pages here, and then I can pull all these listings here from Showcase IDX's settings menu. So that's how that kind of works there. You can do a lot of things with tables. I have probably 500 or 600 tables running the wagon. Go back to plugins. Showcase IDX, that comes from Showcase IDX. Sortable word count reloader. I like this, and I'll show you why in just a minute. So we'll go over here and we'll show you why that I have that there. You can deactivate it if you want. It doesn't affect your site. To deactivate it, all you do is click deactivate, and it turns it off. So I'm opening up Pages here. And in Pages, there won't be any title for this page. This is the property search page. Because it's a dynamically set up search page, there's no need to put a title on it, because the title of the page, it's a little hard to explain on a video, dynamically changes. So let me go down here. So the way I have the plugins, sortable word count reloader over on Pages, that's going to show us the word count. So ideally you want to get to about 600 to 1,000 or more words per page. And so what that reloader does is it shows us how many words are on the page. Like income properties for sale in Long Beach, there are 2,018 words on the page. It's got a little green dot, means good, and a little orange dot means okay. So you really want them to have both green to be optimized or SEO optimized for the keyword phrase, which is, I think it's income properties for sale in Long Beach is the keyword phrase on that. The way we check that, I know we're kind of jumping around here, but click on edit here to open up the page. And so in here, you have the income page. Let's see. So the keyword for this page, I know this is kind of jumping ahead of time, but it has 2,000 words on the page here. So the focus keyword phrase is income properties for sale in Long Beach is down here. And then this little product here, Yoast SEO, used by 5 million people, will help you to optimize the page for the search engines. That's what it'll do. So you'll write a little description. The title here, where it says title, it's using the page title. If you want to add call Carlos Lopez, you could do that, or you could just leave it off. I don't have call Jay Valento on it. I just have the title of the page for the most part. And you have an income slug, which is usually the title of the page. You have to be careful on the length here. At the top here is only 60 characters. And in this little box here, it's 150 characters or less. I think 160 characters or less. And they'll analyze the page SEO-wise, search engine optimization-wise, on it. If you had the premium product, which you don't have here, I think it's $99 a year. But I thought this would be the best one to use, the Yoast SEO, because it'll tell you about the readability. So you just click on it, and then it's analyzing the content above, which was the 2,000 words, and it's giving you little ideas on how to improve the content, which is key when it comes to the internet. Inclusive language, schema. I always recommend that you set this up for an article, or unless you're doing, it could be a news article, social media post. It's a way so that the search engines read the page in a more technical manner and is able to put it into the database of Google, Yahoo, and Bing, and they categorize everything. So the schema is really important. And then social is on their Pro Edition, which I don't have a copy of to show you, but I just thought this would be better, and I'll show you why in just a couple seconds here. So it's going to analyze the page. It also does it over here. It tells us the SEO analysis is good, readability is okay, inclusive is good. And you just want to really go through and spend some time on this and try to figure out how to make it work, and then ask me questions at another time. Also, you should set a featured image. I gave you assignments. These is one of them. You're going to have to come up with an image. I use a product called Canva, but you can go out and take pictures of income property and then upload them into the media file. I guess I'll have to show you how to do that, or there'll be a video on that. And then you can use anything in the media file, whatever pictures that you want to import, but I suggest, now these are in JPEG format. I don't care for JPEG format. It takes longer, but what you can do is you could put them into another format. Hold on, I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so there is a product where you can transfer from JPEG to something called I know it sounds techie, but the reality is it makes the website faster. WebP. So this is the WebP format. Is what you want to transfer your JPEG file into. Maybe you already have a program that does that. I don't know. I use Pixlr. That's pixlr.com, and it's actually made by Adobe. It's kind of cool. And you can transfer 3 photos over to WebP. Can't even speak today. I do have an account here for my stuff, but you would click on X, then you would open an image. You open an image here. It'd be like I just did a blog post about the Super Bowl. So I would have a picture pop up here. Let's see. Let's take the Huntington Beach Pier. And that's something that I got from Canva. I downloaded it onto my hard disk, imported it into this product here. I hit save. I don't want to save it as a JPEG because I want the website to load as fast as possible. That's why you're on my Manage WordPress account for hosting, because it's got to load as fast as possible so it doesn't lose rankings. So I save all pictures on my website in the WebP format in Medium, and I click save, and then I import it back over here. There's a way to import it, which would be, so in the page section, this is why you have to kind of go through your website and look at each of them and understand when you're going to import a picture, there's 2 places to put it. One over here on featured images, then down below here on page header, and that just makes it stand out better, so that, I guess this is a little longer video than I planned. It's the day before the Super Bowl. You see how committed I am to the to showing you how to use this. Oh, hey, it'll load in just a minute here. But you can load a picture header area, a featured image that I think we talked about previously. This featured image will appear on your website when people search for pages, and it also appear in the search engines as well. Okay, let's see if it's loading here. Okay, so currently it's set up as this default picture here. I don't like the CA here, so we're going to change that. I like it just to be on one line, or maybe we do some little code adjustment here a little bit. But that's the page header, which is down here. So the default is at house. So if it's income property, you want to take a picture of some income property, hit add image, upload it into the media library here, and then pick that picture. Like if we were going to pick this one here and select it, then it'll pop right here. And then what I want you to do, make sure you do this, is I want you to click on hide the feature image. If not, the feature image will go from this location here to right here on the top of the page. We're going to just take this out for right now. So just the Jay's words of wisdom, but if you want to mess around with it, you're more than welcome to do it because it's your website, but always check featured image. Okay, I'm going to save that page again. I'm going to go back to plugins. This is our little overview. Spectra. Spectra is a free WordPress plugin. So what I like about this plugin here, I clicked on settings. So my suggestion, based on how you like to learn, I suggest going through the dashboard, looking at every plugin, checking them all out, making notes. That's the best way to learn. That's what I've learned. So you don't need to upgrade to their pro version. I don't have it. I just use different parts of this plugin called Spectra, and they have blocks. So all the content is broken down into little building blocks. And the ones I use in here, I don't use the Pro Edition. I really just use the grid version. So we scroll down here, there's lots of plugins. I don't have them all turned on for you. I don't think you need them all. If you want to rate your own stars, you could be a 5-star agent for the rest of your life. There's a tab method, and that's actually on your home page where it has all the different properties by income. You don't need the tab version. I just put it there because I thought it looked pretty cool. There's a table of contents. Then they have a grid. They have a masonry gallery, just shows pictures in a different format. And then I think the grid is up here somewhere. Of course, I can't find it when I'm shooting the video, but they have a grid plugin here that just makes the website, or makes the display of the content better, and that's why I use it. You don't need to use it. If you don't want to use it, you go back to the plugin menu on the left side here. These are all menus. And we click on plugins, install plugins. And then if you didn't want to use Spectra, you'd go in and you'd click on deactivate. And that'll take it out. WP Rocket is a paid plugin. It's one that I put on all websites that I build, and I have it running on mine for the last 10 years, I guess. Just helps the website to go a little bit faster. Again, I'm really into speed. If you want to look at all the settings, just click on the setting button here, and you can have at it. WPS hide login. I'm not going to click on it. I don't want anyone to see what your secret login is. But this is how I hide the login from hackers. There's lots of people around the world that try to hack websites. You say, well, Jay, my website doesn't get a lot of traffic right now. Doesn't matter. I've had people try to hack them all the time. I put this hide login plugin in, and they can't find the login, which is what awesome as far as I'm concerned. Okay, Yoast SEO. This is a plugin that helps you with your search engine optimization for every page and every post of content that you create. So there are pages and there are blog posts. Blog posts have categories and tags. You don't have to worry about the word display. I think that's kind of silly for now. But pages, just focus on pages and posts. So in Yoast SEO, I've already configured the product for you, but it's also here, right here. So what I like about Yoast SEO, and I don't know where you are technology-wise, but my suggestion is you click on Academy. Maybe you know a lot about SEO, maybe you don't, I don't know. Click on Academy, go to SEO for Beginners, click Start the Course. I believe it's a free course, and I would just start it and go through it and get some insights into SEO and how that plugin works. You have to sign up for it. I believe it's free. If not, you can go on YouTube and learn how to use Yoast SEO. It's used by 5 million people. I've used it for probably a good 10 years. Don't use it anymore. But I'm a little more advanced and I don't want to make it overwhelming for you. So this gives you a lot of cool little courses that you can take at Yoast. How does Yoast work, Jay? Well, that's a great question. That's how all your plugins work. So we're going to go over here to pages because we have no blog posts recorded for you. So on here, we're going to take, I'm going to use the word count, and we're going to hit that, and I want to get one that has the most words in it. So we've got income properties for sale in Long Beach and Long Beach homes for sale. So since income properties in Long Beach has a little green dot, this here is the SEO score, and this is the readability score. These are both from Yoast SEO. So this is gray. That means either not available or you need some work to do on that one. It's going to take a little time. Everything takes time. It's nothing as simple. You can't click your heels together and think you're going to get millions of people to your website. This little thing here is for social sharing. So remember we talked about that hubbub. It's kind of a funny name. It used to be something else, but this right here coordinates with this little area here. So people will share your content. The more they share online, you'll see the number grow and get bigger. I don't like comments on my pages or blog posts, but if you do, they'll all be sitting in this column here. This views, it will show you the number of views that people is coming right from independent analytics, which is this up here. How many views per page? So looks like Long Beach Condos had 4 views. It has 150. It has 1,156 words. It's not fully optimized. And then it's got a 20 and a 2 over here. So the keyword phrase is trying to be optimized for is Long Beach Condos. And then here, I believe, is the number of outgoing internal links. So what you do is you create your blog post and then you link it to other pages on the site. And then you can also link it out to externally to other pages. So it kind of gives you a way of tracking things and how it's going. Okay, and then we talked about media, which is in the media library here, where you can upload JPEGs and PNG files and WEP files. Looks like EBP. This is the best file format to upload. It takes a little extra step. That's why I use pixlr.com. I'm not a paid endorser for them, but I've been using their product for years. I'm just trying to make it as fast as possible. If I use a JPEG or a PNG file, it slows the whole web page down. I did it on here so that you could practice converting it over. If you choose, you don't have to. It's up to you. Terms of use, created a terms of use page, a privacy policy for you, accessibility, ADA will probably be more prevalent in 2025 and 26, and what it looks like on, let's see, let's go to this page here. I have one down here. This is a custom one that I'm going to put on your site. It's going to save you $600 a year. I found it. There are companies out there charging for this ADA compliance plugin. They're charging like $600 a year. I found it for like $50, and it cost you $100 for me to install it, but well worth it because nobody wants to pay $600 a year. If you do, that's great, and just send it all to me. I don't mind. Okay, let's see. So that's going to cover the plugin part, which is the main part I wanted to cover today. But everything on this left column is a menu. So appearance, this is where your themes are. There's some patterns, customize section, widgets. There's a way to customize your menus. Content area we'll talk about, or I'll send you a video on that by the developer so you can get an idea what to do with that. Don't really need to do too much with that. Plugins, users, testimonials. If you want to put them there, I like to put them in a different format. So if you want to know more about that, you can buy me coffee and I'll tell you. I know, I need a free coffee. Ninja tables, we'll go over that in a different video. There's a different video on the web design platform all about Ninja tables. I think that'd be the easiest one to check it out, since I created it just for the real estate industry. Okay, themes, plugins, users. I don't want to click on that because it has your users there, and this is a YouTube video. So tools, you're not going to really be concerned with any of this stuff at all here, but you can look at it later. Settings, you can go through all the settings here. I'll double check, make sure that I got everything set up, but I don't think you're going to really use that too much. Yeah, I can't really see. ACF, you're not ready for ACF, but it's sitting there. This here is that cookie compliance. Yoast SEO, you'll be using a lot of that, but you'll be just using it in a page or a post. Hub, once you have it here, you don't really ever need to touch it unless you want to upgrade to the Pro Edition. Then you'll upgrade that, and then Showcase IDX will always be there, and then eventually this user way will be out of there. User way was for ADA compliance. Okay, so we'll click on Long Beach Condos. We'll click on Edit. Add a new page sounds pretty simple. Okay, so this page comes up here, and I just wanted to briefly go over it. So when you add a page, you'll have a title of the page, and that'll be in the, well, that'd be the title. It's more like an outline, how you create a word page. So this here, we're going to just go to this section, these little bars, click on outline. And that's the H2 tag. So you have, that's an H1 tag. This is an H2 tag. You could have wire Long Beach condo so attractive. You can make this an H3 tag. Of course, I don't know what I'm doing right now, but oh, I know, it's in a bullet. So we'll make that an H3 tag. Just all I did was click on this list, went to heading. Oops, look, I know you go through this as well. Why is it broken, Jay? No, this is called WordPress. So we're going to highlight this whole section down here, and we're going to make that a paragraph. And we're going to break this down here, and it's like I'm in Microsoft Word right now, but we're in WordPress. Just put this cursor right up here, suck it up one. So now I've got a H2, another H2, we make it an H3 tag, like an outline. So then you have H2, H3, H4, you'd be able to break it out into an outline for the user to read, because when they're reading through content, they're going to want a headline before they get some content. So you're going to have to take a little time to figure out how that works so you can organize your words and thoughts. Even if you use an AI tool, you still need to break it down so it's easy to read for the consumer. And then you notice the title of the page was Long Beach Condos. I put that as the focus key phrase here. And you can build it. It needs to be built out a little bit more than it is now before you analyze it. Look at the readability. It'll tell you that it needs one heading for every 300 words. So you might want to do that. It tries to give you as much and helpful information to improve the writing. Schema, let's see what that is. So like today I set up schema for the Super Bowl as an event because I'm trying to get people to go to the website for it. I think I'm too late on the Super Bowl blog post, but I never know. Something to test. Okay, and then once I go through all this, I would hit page, and that would create a featured image. I don't have one here for your page. That's part of your learning lessons. And then down below, it needs a page image. So you need to create a page image by hitting that, and then make sure that this featured image is checked. You can uncheck it and hit save and see what happens. Then you'll know. So I highly suggest, you may want to do this differently, but I highly suggest that you click on this Genesis button here and you put wide layout. You could do standard layout. You could do a narrow content layout. You could do a content and then a sidebar on the right or a sidebar on the left. It's completely up to you. This is just how I prefer to set it up. And so it displays on the front of the website like this. So you can change the header here depending on what you're talking about. So these are not condos, so find a great condo shot from one of your great photos in the city of Long Beach, and you can swap that out. You can change all the content here to make it more readable for the consumer. This looks like it's set up on Showcase IDX as low to high price range. No, you cannot change it right here. You've got to change it back on Showcase IDX for it to display. I didn't build the program. If I did, I'd be retired. And then this would go from low to high in condos. Or what you could do is you could set it up as new listings, and then you would have different prices. Everybody does it differently. I just made it from low to high, and then I have more content at the bottom of the page here. And then anytime they want to go to the home page, they just click on your logo right here, and that takes them to the home page right there. So you got the tabs. Anytime they click on a tab, it changes based on however many properties are there. Most is 4 homes. If you get too many, it'll slow down the home page. So this may have to change in the future. I don't have it on my website. I have it on another website. We're just going to have to test it and see what the conversion rate is, how many people use it, how many people don't use it, and then the rest of the content on the home page. Take some time to think about how you want to do it. You can leave it the way it is. You can make any changes you want because you're in charge of your own website now. Okay, we're going to go back to the dashboard. So I went to the menu up here, went to the dashboard. Okay, and there'll also always be something up here from Yoast to give you some information or want you to do something. They're good about that. Your analytics is right here off the dashboard. If there's any updates, sometimes there's WordPress events and news. If you want to go to stuff like that, I think I've been to one maybe in my lifetime. Yoast is trying to sell you more stuff. It sits right here. I don't think you really need that at this point. I think the main thing you need to do is figure out what your content strategy is and how many pages you want to add and how many blog posts you want to add and what you want to blog about. And I think that's what your next step should be, where you go into, I think the next step I would do is I would go into Long Beach condos for sale, hit edit, add more content to it, save a picture, add more content, add more content, add more content until you get a green here and a green there. So right now you've got on the high-rise condo building, you've got a red and a green. You want both green. So you're going to have to spend time adding content that's relevant to the topic of the page. This is the topic of the page right here, high-rise Long Beach condos. That's what somebody would be searching to get to your page. Now, does it mean that once they're both green that you're going to get tons of traffic and tons of leads? I don't know. It depends on how many pictures you put there. It depends on how much content you put there. It depends on how many pages point to that page around the internet and off your website. So internally, how it works as well. Well, that was a 42-minute video that I thought would be 10 minutes. Well, welcome to Jay's World.